Hi guys, welcome to OKSFDC. So today in this video, we are going to discuss the component communication. So this will be the final part. If you have not watched the previous two parts, then I will recommend you to go back and first watch these videos. I've explained the basics of LWC there with the decorators, the functions, and few JavaScript standards. Also, I've explained the setup part for the VS Code and LWC. So let's begin with this. Communication between components. So there are three types of communication that you can do. First is parent to child. So let's say if you have two components which have a parent to child relationship, so you can communicate between these two components with two ways. First is passing variables. What it means? So whenever you have a child and a parent, and parent want to communicate something to child, then parent can simply pass some variable or pass some value into the variable. This is the first approach. So if you can see the right column basically in the page, the first tab is parent to child, and this is the proper example of passing the variable. So how do we pass it? Passing the parameter in child is the text which is there in the parent component. Inside that I am the child and below is what my parent is telling me. So this is the text field in the child component, and the hola which is written, that is also inside the child component. So we'll just see the code for this so that it will be clear. So communication parent is the name of the parent component, and this is the HTML. So if you see, this is the passage passing the parameter in child. After that, this is the communication child is the child component name. I've just called that child component here, and after that I'm passing this variable value. So basically the variable name will be get text from parent, but when you are passing the value inside the variable, this is the syntax we follow, and I'm assigning the value as hola. So we'll just quickly see the child component now. So this is the child HTML. So initially this is the passage which we already see. Inside that there is a div, and this div is basically a binded variable get text from parent, which is an API variable, and whatever is assigned into that variable we are just showing it inside a div. So hence if you see, hola is basically passed from the parent, and that is actually captured or displayed or used in child component. So this is how we can do parent to child communication by passing the parameter. The second thing is about calling API method of child directly from parent. So we'll just see the example for this now. So basically this is the second component, child 2, and this is the parent component, communication parent 2. So inside this component we have a passage first. I'll show you the component as well. So parent to child 2, inside this tab, this is the second component which we are talking about. And if you see, I am the parent, example, calling the method inside child from parent. So this is the text field written, a passage basically written in the parent component, and I am the child is written in child component, and there is one button which is there in the parent component. So whenever you hit that button, the content inside the child is toggling. So how this is happening, let's just see. Okay, so if you see, we have just called the communication child 2 component, and after that we have a button, and whenever you hit that button we are calling the handle click method. So what exactly is happening inside that handle click? So if you see, inside the handle click we are just calling the method inside the child component. So this is how you can do that. This is the syntax. So we just use the query selector, and then we selected the component basically, and inside that component we have called method to toggle method. So method to toggle, where it is, let's just see. Initially let's check the HTML of the child component. Inside the HTML basically we have if else condition in a template. So if the flag variable is true, then display this, I am the child. If flag variable is false, then display my parent asked to hide the content. And how we are handling it, so this is the JS and this is the method to toggle, and we are just swapping the flag variable value. Hence whenever you call this particular method from a parent component, whenever you hit that toggle button, it is just altering the content. So that's how we can call the API method of the child component from the parent component. So this is the second type of parent to child communication. Now child to parent, dispatching custom events. Whenever you want to pass some value to the parent component based on some condition, so let's say there is some calculation which is going on, and after that you want to just pass the result to the parent component. So such examples come into the child to parent communication, and for which you need to pass the custom event. We'll see that example. So if you can see the particular tab child to parent, inside that it is written I am the parent. So this is the passage inside the parent component. Then this gray line is basically a progress bar which is there in the parent component, and after that this is the child component within the box. So I am the child, enter a number, that particular input field, and after that the communicate button. Everything is in the child component. So if I just enter 20 and hit communicate, you can see from child component when we click one button, it fired one event and which is listened by the parent component, and hence it reflected in this progress bar. So this is how we can do the child to parent communication. Let's just put the value as 50. Yeah, so now the progress bar is moved ahead. Now I'll show you the components. So communication child 3 and communication parent 3, these are the component names. So if you can see the HTML first, this is just one passage. Inside that we have a progress bar defined, and progress value is the variable from which we are assigning the value to the progress bar component. This is the standard lightning based component which you can see from the lightning library. Inside that we have called the child component, and on progress value change, this is the event handled. We'll talk about it later. Now let's just check the JS file first. So we have this handle progress value change. So whenever you change the input value, that particular new value is assigned to the progress value variable, and the same progress value variable is assigning the value back to the progress bar. So let's just go to the child component now. This is the HTML. We have one just lightning input and one button, and handle click is the method. Whenever you click the button, this method will get fired. What is happening inside that method? Before this we have handle change. So whatever the value you are writing, we are just assigning into the one variable called progress value, and this handle click we are firing one event. How do we fire event? So we have just given one name to the custom event, that progress value change, and the progress value variable, right, whatever the input has provided by the user, we are assigning it back to the detail, and then we are dispatching the event. And how do we get the value? Again we'll have to fetch it from the detail. So as we have saved that particular value, assigned that particular value in the detail parameter, we'll have to fetch it from the detail. So there is one important thing here. to notice, whatever the custom event name you have provided, you need to prepend on before that. So while declaring the component, you need to write on and your custom event name. By this, component is able to know that we need to listen to that particular dispatched event. So if you go to the JS, this particular event handler, what it is doing, so it is just fetching the value from the detail parameter. As we have assigned it into the detail, so it will give the progress value, and the same progress value is again used in the progress bar. Hence, whenever you change the value in the child component and you hit the button, it is communicating the same value to the parent, and parent is acting upon it. So parent is basically changing the progress bar value. So this is about the child to parent communication. Now there is one more called components without relation. So you can achieve this with PubSub and Lightning messaging service. So basically, when you have two components which do not have any relationship between them, then the traditional way to do the communication is by PubSub. PubSub is nothing but publisher and subscriber method. So this is very famous and this is used in Aura as well. And Lightning messaging service is basically in beta right now, but Salesforce is recommending to use this. So you can search it out in library. We have a bonus content ahead. So first is query selector versus document get element by ID. So document.get element by ID is not supported in LWC. If you give some ID in template to any element, it will randomly attach a number at the end. For example, display div is the ID name you have given to one div, let's say, and when you enter the component, you can just check. So any random number can get attached to this particular ID. Hence it is no more unique. So document.get element by ID is not supported in LWC and you have to use the query selector. Okay. And also one more thing is, if you have the localization team or the automation testing team, they need the ID to achieve the automation. But as it is not possible in LWC, you have to do it with the query selector. You want to fetch the value inside the template, the HTML, you need to select that element with the help of query selector. Now there is something called spread notation. So spread notation copies array value into new array. So if you see these three dots, what it is doing, so you don't need a for loop to add one array value into the another array value. You can just use the spread notation, and within one line you can just iterate that particular array and send these particular array values to the new array. And it also triggers the front end changes, so which will not happen in case of push method. So this is one extra benefit. So just check the summary now. LWC is a Lightning Web Component framework which follows the ECMAScript and web standards. Then we saw the decorator properties and the details of the latest release. Then how do we communicate to the Apex, basically, that we saw. And in the last part we saw the communication between the components. Subscribe to our channel for more such stuff. Thank you.